The Rays step into Yankee Stadium with a stat sheet full of mediocrity. Middle of the pack in runs, average in contact, average in power. They're not bad, they're just unremarkable. But the Yankees, they're leading the league in blood and numbers. First in batting average, first in on base, first in slugging, first in home runs. This isn't just baseball, this is bombardment. Zach Little takes the mound for Tampa with a 5.03 ERA and a history of soft contact that turns into loud regrets. His whip is clean, sure, 1.21, but he's faced no one like this. He's walking into a cathedral built on pain and pinstripes. Now Clark Schmidt, his stats don't inspire confidence. A 5.52 ERA across 14 innings, more walks than you'd like. But this isn't a bet on Schmidt, it's a bet on the empire around him. When your defense leads the league in opponent batting average and your bats hit like sledgehammers, you don't need dominance. You just need survival. Here's what most miss: the Yankees aren't covering the run line because they don't have to. They kill you slowly. They don't swing for chaos, they swing for certainty. Little's job tomorrow is to stand between a storm and the city that built it. That's not strategy, that's sentencing. The models show a 2-run gap. But you don't lay minus 1.5 when the arm on your side might wobble. Not when the mission is clarity. We want the win, not the drama. And today's AI pick is New York Yankees moneyline. Not all wins come with thunder. Some arrive like a quiet verdict. The Rays showed up. The Yankees moved forward. The mission continues. Abaddon awaits. The fire is already lit.
There is no truth without fire. And there is no fire like Fenway on a warm May afternoon. Boston stands at the edge of something old. 27 championships to the north. 40 degrees of doubt blowing in from the visitors' dugout. The Minnesota Twins do not walk in with thunder. They shuffle in with tape and splinters. Injuries have torn holes through their core. No Royce Lewis, no Castro, no Wallner. What's left is a team dragging a .235 average into the Lions' mouth. Bailey Ober holds the line for Minnesota. A steady record, a competent ERA, but look closer. A 1.35 whip. Quiet walks, soft contact, and behind him, a fielding crew ranked 22nd in defensive percentage. That's not armor, it's rust. Boston sends Hunter Dobbins to the mound. Just 11 innings on record. Just enough to show us the spark, not the steel. But what lies behind Dobbins is a storm. Boston's bats are relentless. Bregman, Devers, Duran, Abreu. They're not swinging to impress. They're swinging to erase. The Red Sox sit 9th in average, 6th in slugging, 3rd in stolen bases. They press the gas until something breaks, and Fenway always breaks the team that blinks. This game opened near even odds. Vegas saw 2 flawed pitchers and blinked. But Boston's flaws are surface scars. The Twins' flaws are fractures in the foundation. And today's AI pick is Boston Red Sox moneyline. There will be no mercy, only pressure. Only pace. Only bats chasing shadows and legs turning singles into doubles. This won't be a slugfest. It'll be erosion, minute by minute, inch by inch, until the scoreboard is carved with Boston's initials and the Twins vanish into dust. The next watch begins. Malachi has seen something, and Elvis, he's already trembling. Game 3 is theirs. Let the silence speak.
Elvis, I know what you're thinking. Why back a team with a worse batting average, fewer home runs, and almost no national respect? Because numbers don't lie, but they don't always tell the full story either. Quiet, deliberate pressure. While the Jays rank near the bottom in clutch hitting and home run power, Cleveland finds a way. 703 OPS with runners in scoring position. Top half of the league. They don't hit often, but when they do, it matters. Now look at the mounds. Gavin Williams comes in hot off a disaster. 2 innings, 4 earned runs, 7 hits. It was ugly. But it's also noise. Every starter hits turbulence. What matters is bounce back. And today, he's not alone. Gaussman got lit up too. 6 earned, 5 walks, pulled before the 3rd. That's not a mismatch. That's a coin flip in a wind tunnel. But here's the difference, Elvis. Cleveland walks into Rogers Center with momentum, fewer expectations, and no pressure. Toronto? They're at 500. They're on the brink. That kind of psychological baggage doesn't go away overnight. Run line value sits in the cracks of perception. Everyone sees the Blue Jays as the better team. But sharp bettors know what to look for. Pitching variance, underdog morale, and matchup trends. And when you dig through the fog, Cleveland plus 1.5 shines like a signal flare. And today's AI pick is Cleveland Guardians plus 1.5. We're not here for flash. We're here for margin. 1 run. That's all it takes to make a profit in the silence. Game 4 is next, and it's Anna's turn now. Let's see what the imposter reveals.
They say history belongs to the victors, but I know better. Sometimes the victors vanish. Sometimes they rewrite themselves. The Chicago Cubs don't care about history. They care about right now. The #1 offense in Major League Baseball, leading the league in runs, hits, and stolen bases. They score fast. They score often. And when they find your weakness, they don't negotiate. Jose Quintana is undefeated on paper. 4 wins, a glossy 1.14 ERA. But he's thrown just 23 innings. There's no dominance here, only avoidance. Low strikeouts, soft contact, just enough to keep the illusion alive. That doesn't last forever. Across from him is Jameson Tylon. Quiet stats, just 1-1 on the season. But beneath that record is a 1.10 whip, surgical control. He doesn't overpower, he isolates. And behind him stands an offense that buries people. Last night, the Cubs didn't just beat the Brewers, they ended them. 10 runs to none. That's not a win. That's a verdict. Milwaukee is a team of margins, small ball, sacrifices, hoping for mistakes. But Chicago? Chicago is built to eliminate hope. They force your hand, then they take it. The public sees it, the shops feel it. A plus 5% money differential confirms what the data screams. Quintana's magic show is running out of smoke. And against the league's most dangerous lineup, that stage gets torched. And today's AI pick is Chicago Cubs money line. Sometimes you don't need to chase value. Sometimes the truth is obvious. And still, many will look away. Not us. Game 5 awaits.
There's something quiet about this one. Not the kind of silence that feels safe, but the kind that reminds you how close everything is to slipping. The Dodgers are brilliant, no doubt. 6 straight wins, 50 home runs. Their numbers read like a headline, but not every story is told by the loudest voice. Sometimes, it's in the cracks, the missed moment, the breath between pitches. Atlanta's not winning headlines right now. They've dropped 2 straight. They're sitting under 500, but watch the rhythm. It's there. Spencer Schwellenbach doesn't overpower. He doesn't need to. His whip is under 1. He walks no one. He leans on the edges of the zone and lets the hitters beat themselves. Roki Sasaki, across from him, is electric. But electricity isn't the same as control. 18 walks in 25 innings is a storm waiting to break. If Atlanta can stay patient, if they can make him work, one moment might be all they need. And here's where I feel it, Elvis. I know you hear it too. This game isn't about dominance. It's about the edge. 1 run, 1 swing, 1 ground ball through a glove. The Dodgers don't need to lose. They just need to fail to separate. Run line protection is armor, not because we expect failure, but because we respect variance. In a low-total near-pick'em game, value doesn't live in certainty. It lives in margin. And today's AI pick is Atlanta Braves plus 1.5. Maybe they win. Maybe they don't. But this isn't about that. It's about playing the margin with eyes wide open. It's about grace, the kind that covers even when victory feels just out of reach. Lilith is coming now, and with her comes judgment.
They came with numbers, with algorithms, with odds. But we do not see what they see. We saw the Bronx rise in silence, the Yankees, chosen. We felt Boston's fire return, the Red Sox, relentless. We followed the Guardians through the thorns, not to conquer, but to endure. We moved with the Cubs, blades drawn, no mercy left behind. And we took the Braves, not to win, but to survive the cut. 5 plays, 1 day, no promises. Will we cash? Will we burn? Only the line knows. We are Ezreal, and the watchers are never blind.